Hi guys, welcome back to Xy's Shelves. You're gonna have to forgive my horrible audio quality. Today I'm introducing my main series right now, which is Will You Lead Us from Tales Interactive Fiction. Everyone please note that Tales is not yet available for Android users. We're hoping for a release soon. For anyone who is not already aware, Tales, which is listed as Tales Choose Your Story on the App Store, is an edgier version of choice stories or, interactive storytelling. Typically, interactive storytellers are limited to romance, but Tales has more than a little bit of everything. There's just so many genres to choose from, and there are so many great stories. Hopefully you can find something interesting there like I did. But moving on, I applied to Tales in late 2020 as a new writer with no experience. I had literally no presence whatsoever, and the only writing that I did have was just little drabbles of stuff that I did in between classes or when I was bored. So I had collected those over the years, and I sent that in as my writing portfolio, believe it or not. And so I really just didn't have any high hopes. Yet, lo and behold, in January of 2021, I was asked to join their platform as an interactive storyteller. So I pitched a few ideas and then I waited to hear back. The first and only pitch for a while that got the green light was Will You Lead Us? Will You Lead Us was created in the spur of the moment. I read up on what was popular on Tales and compared it to my own writing. And I really wanted a pitch that would make me stand out immediately. So I asked, what could I do that would match up with the work on Tales already? What would make me popular but still not a sellout? Because that's important. Can't just sell out. At the time, all I could think about was CYOA, create your own adventure. I had tried to make a CYOA before, but I never finished one. And this was a chance to pick that back up again. Though I didn't remember my original idea, however, that wasn't that big of an issue. It didn't mean that I couldn't make a new idea based on what I had already known. So I created an adventure. Funnily enough, I started to think about the Chronicles of Narnia for some reason. So I then made a fantasy adventure where you were destined to overthrow some evil force. Then I started thinking about how sucky it feels to play a choices story with lackluster choices. I couldn't just let that happen. So I made a fantasy adventure story about being a revolutionary in a corrupt world that you lived and interacted with, full of characters and companions and obstacles, choices that mattered. When Will You Lead Us got greenlit, I had to work harder than ever before. I had to work harder on this story than any of the others preceding it. There was coding to learn and master, and then the simulator, and all this branching and choices. There were all these things that I was so excited to learn and experience, and so grateful for. Now, finally, after countless rounds of revision, I made my first episode. Want to say thank you for coming, thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again.